Slender Man. Slender Man is one of the most iconic creepypasta monsters ever created. He was created in 2009 for a Something Awful Photoshop contest, where users were asked to create paranormal images. He is depicted as a tall, faceless figure in a black suit with long, spider-like tentacles extending from his back. He stalks and abducts children, often leaving no trace behind. The mythology surrounding Slender Man grew quickly, with fans creating fake police reports, diary entries, and video footage. He became so popular that he inspired video games, a Hollywood film, and even a real-life stabbing incident in 2014, where two young girls attacked a classmate, claiming they were trying to prove he was real. Jeff the Killer. Jeff the Killer is one of the most infamous creepypasta killers. The story begins with Jeff moving to a new town where his brother is bullied. Jeff confronts the bullies and kills them, but he is badly burned in the fight. Looking at his burned face in the mirror, Jeff goes completely insane. He cuts off his eyelids, carves a permanent smile into his face, and kills his own family. Now he sneaks into children's bedrooms at night, whispers "go to sleep" in a sing-song voice, and attacks them with a knife. His image, white face, black hair, hollow eyes, and a carved grin, has become one of the most recognizable and disturbing images in internet horror history. Smile Dog. Smile Dog is an image-based creepypasta that originated in the late 2000s. The story claims that anyone who views the image will be haunted by disturbing nightmares for the rest of their lives. Some versions say the viewer goes completely insane and is compelled to share the image with others, creating a never-ending cycle of horror. The image itself is a distorted photo of a husky with a disturbingly human grin that seems to follow you wherever you look. It plays on the fear of something familiar being twisted into something deeply wrong and terrifying, a classic example of how a single image can create a lasting legacy of fear. The Russian Sleep Experiment. The Russian Sleep Experiment is one of the most famous internet horror stories ever written. It takes place in the 1940s, where Soviet scientists locked prisoners in a gas chamber to test sleep deprivation. The prisoners were kept awake for 15 days using an experimental gas. After days of no sleep, they became violent, paranoid, and began mutilating themselves. When the scientists finally opened the chamber, they found a scene of absolute horror, and one prisoner was still alive despite having removed his own organs. The survivors attacked the scientists, and the experiment was quickly shut down and classified. The story's vivid imagery has made it one of the most enduring creepypastas of all time. Ben Drowned. Ben Drowned is a video game creepypasta centered around the Legend of Zelda, Majora's Mask. A player buys a haunted copy of the game and finds a save file already on the cartridge named Ben. He loads the file and finds himself in a corrupted version where the character Link moves on his own. Messages appear on screen, asking the player for help. The player discovers that Ben was a real person who drowned, and his spirit somehow became trapped inside the game cartridge. The story plays on the fear that something could be living inside your saved game, waiting for you to play again. It spawned countless fan theories and video analyses. The Rake. The Rake is a creature that allegedly haunts people in their sleep. It is described as a pale, hairless, hunched figure with long limbs, sharp claws, and empty black eyes. According to the legend, it appears at the foot of beds and simply stares at its victims until they wake up. Some versions say it whispers disturbing things into their ears. The story first appeared on a paranormal forum in the early 2000s and quickly gained traction. The Rake's pale, gaunt appearance and unblinking stare tap into a primal fear of being watched while sleeping, making it a staple of internet horror. Candle Cove. Candle Cove is a creepypasta about a lost children's television show from the 1970s. The story is told through an online forum where users discuss their memories of the show. The show featured a pirate named Captain Crook and a villain called the Skin Taker. But as the users dig deeper, they realize the show never actually existed, and they were watching static all along. The story is a masterclass in psychological horror, leaving you questioning your own memories and wondering if you've ever experienced something similar. It's one of the most clever and unsettling creepypastas ever written. Eyeless Jack. Eyeless Jack is a creature that stalks and terrorizes its victims. According to the legend, he wears a black mask and is known for stealing organs. He is believed to have been a college student who was transformed into a demon after a cult ritual. His design, a tall, thin figure with empty black eye sockets, has made him a favorite among horror fans. The story's vague origins and mysterious nature only add to its creepiness, leaving much to the imagination. The Backrooms. The Backrooms is a creepypasta about a liminal space you can enter by no-clipping out of reality. It consists of endless empty rooms with yellow wallpaper, fluorescent lighting, and the smell of damp carpet. Those who enter are trapped in an endless maze, hunted by entities that lurk in the shadows. The Backrooms taps into the fear of being lost in a place that feels familiar but deeply wrong. It has spawned countless spin-offs and has become one of the most popular modern creepypastas on the internet. SCP-173. SCP-173 is one of the most famous entries in the SCP Foundation universe. It is a statue made of concrete and rebar that moves when you're not looking at it. If you blink, it will snap your neck. The original story was posted on Fortunes/X/board in 2007 and became the foundation for the entire SCP Wiki, which now contains thousands of entries. SCP-173 started it all, and its simple but terrifying concept has made it a legend in internet horror culture